What's good, everybody? Welcome in to the Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all sports betting, and it is not close. Now, I am your boy, the coach. We're coming off a really solid Saturday. Everybody else is playing golf and swigging beers. Not us. We're laser focused, 8-5. Really, really nice. They're going to get to a point that the books are going to make the both teams to score so juicy, you won't even be able to play them. I mean, they're getting that point, but AB just continues to cash ticket after ticket after ticket. By the way, if you followed me on social media, I hit a four-way parlay yesterday in PFL. I also had a little Spieth action too. So I tell you all the time, follow us on social media. You just never know. We'll be dropping plays for free. Not $900 for a package, just for free. All right, now, you know we've grown so large that when we come on, it's a first-class show. It looks like something you can just take right off of wherever and put it right up there on Paramount Plus. So all my guys looking like $1 million. Let's bring in the stars of the show. Well, I'm going to start with the respected one of these two. Micah Roberts, thank you for having a background. Thank you for looking good every day. Thank you for thinking about the show. Good morning.
Good morning. That's a little cold-blooded, but I appreciate the humor, a little fun, and looking forward to the football game tonight. We got the Cardinals and Ravens. Both starting quarterbacks will not play in that game, but should be fun and exciting with this long winning streak from the Ravens. Might be too many points to give the Cardinals at home here.
I went to a Brad Paisley concert last night. Oh, look who showed up this morning, ladies and gentlemen, live from Nashville, Tennessee, the penthouse level. M Squared. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Coach. It must be football season if StreamYard is not working correctly for me this morning. It let me in, kicked me out, finally let me back in. So I'm here, ready to go. Love the slate of action today. Baseball, fun NASCAR race here. Kimi Räikkönen, Formula One driver, making his NASCAR debut. Should be a lot of fun.
You know, in other places, people say, talk dirty to me. Here, it's like F1, Indy cars. That's talking dirty to us. That's the stuff that we love. Now, the Fantasy Football Today crew, every single year, they do one of the most important things of the year. It's the Draft-a-thon, and it is this Wednesday, 6 to 12 p.m. Eastern. Now, grab that QR code, because if you go in there are so many experiences that you can buy. You can get a video shout-out from me. You can co-own a fantasy football league with me. Right now, it's up to over $400. You will make all the decisions, but we will do it together. Also up there, bring buckets on screen. You can, from what my notes say, get a video call from Prop Stars, Maestro, and our new young soccer star, Buckets. That's what it says. What do you think about that, Buckets?
As long as you're asking for help within the soccer fantasy and not the football fantasy leagues, I'll be happy to help out there.
By the way, I feel like I've kind of taken you under my wing, correct? Like I've kind of walked you through the steps of being on national TV or national platforms, correct? So at what point were you going to tell me I have nothing for my background today? And it looks like I just moved. Oh, wait, you did just move into your new place. I'm going to give you a week. And then all the gloves are off. All right, let's get into it. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. You know, on Sundays, we tell you, be very careful with your baseball. But also, when you got day baseball, the weather is so crucial. So, Mikey, get it started. Floor is yours.
Yeah, relatively slow day on the weather front. The one we got to talk about, Milwaukee, Chicago. Anytime we're at Wrigley, we're talking weather here. Minus 20% home run hitting, minus 10% overall run scoring, which has been pretty much opposite of what we've seen the first 2 days or last two games of the series. Washington on the road, San Diego, seeing plus 15% across the board. Not sure if that's weather or just Patrick Corbin brings the weather with him wherever he goes, but that's what we're seeing here in that one. And then Boston and Baltimore, just a note on this one. This game is played in Williamsport with the Little League World Series. Just throwing that out there if you're looking at normal weather patterns. There also is a chance of rain in that one. We're not going to know if it's going to hit there, though, until later this afternoon.
It's crazy. When they started that game, the players didn't want to do it, remember? And then now it's like every team wants to be in that game every year. It's like the greatest game of the year. It's awesome. It is awesome. Now, we are getting inching closer and closer and closer to the NFL season, and we've got so many shows out there, a couple that I'm going to promo here in a second. But there's a team that is having quarterback issues that people say, oh, they're going to have a horrible year. But should we wait, Micah Roberts? What do you got?
Yeah, first I'm going to tell you a story about Jim Plunkett.
Oh, yeah.
Heisman Trophy winner, #1 overall pick in the 71 draft. Kind of meandered around. 1980 wins a Super Bowl, 83 wins a Super Bowl with the Raiders. Something similar could happen with Baker Mayfield. #1 pick, Heisman Trophy winner, thrown out the pasture. I think he has a big year motivating, and it's not just because of him with the Panthers, even though he's had a great rapport so far with DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson on the outs. It's the health of Christian McCaffrey, hoping that that person there can open up things and make everything easier for Mayfield. I think after 2 seasons, 5 wins for the Panthers, this is a spot that they come out big this year. And this is what you do when you're looking at season total wins. I don't go for the good teams to finish better or worse, the numbers too high. Look for the low hanging fruit there, grab them and go over. And I think the Panthers in that division can contend. So not only that, I mean, you're looking at 11-1 to win the division, 60-1 to win, dare I say, the NFC, maybe get to the Super Bowl, but 6.5 wins over. I like with the Panthers this season. I think it's going to be a fun year, redemption for Mayfield, and his team will get behind him.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a change of venue. Sometimes you just need to see something different. And by the way, with Tom Brady's absence, Micah, that division number may not be so crazy. I don't know what's going to go on down there in the NFC South. All right, thank you for that storyline very, very much. All right, we got one play from SportsLine today. But before we do that, you know we've grown so big, we have to pay those pesky little bills. So here's a word from one of our incredible partners. And we are back. All right, it's time for our board today. We are laser focused 7 days a week. We have not missed a day since December 2020, and we don't intend to. So today, little NFL preseason, something that Mikey does not watch. And you know what? Last night, I was sitting at the Brad Paisley concert. Guy turns around and goes, hey, what did the 49ers do today? My heart was warm because I was like, I have no idea. I don't watch preseason football. I have arrived. But if you do, we're taking the Eagles -2. Emory Hunt says that fade the team that can't run tonight. Go with the team that can. We're at that point. You don't want to show too many of your cards, but you still got to get that offense going. Let's take the Eagles. We'll lay the 2 -110. All right, now, I told you we have future episodes. Last week, Mikey was an incredible host in Nashville, but we didn't go there just to hang out. We went there to do work. So dropping today in your feed right here on YouTube, if you're listening on Apple or Spotify, our NFC East future episode. Then at 8 tonight, me and Emory Hunt, his 5 favorite college football plays. All of that is dropping today. I think we did like 12 episodes, something like that. So we've got tons for you as you get ready for week 1 and the season. All right. Now, this is my favorite part of the show because I feel like it's an embarrassment of riches, even with Bucket's background. It's still great. Still great. So, Mikey, come on, big boy. Come on, big boy. It's a Sunday. We're like 3 weeks from football. We're getting fired up, laser focused. Everything is breaking down tech-wise. We know it's time for football. So, Mikey, you know the drill, son. Come on. You got PGA today. I already told you about the race car driving, if that's what you call it here in the States. But right now, right here, Mikey, oh, it feels so good. Give it to me.
All right. I think that intro is going to take longer than my pick here, but we're going to go with the Atlanta Braves. We're going to pick on the Atlanta Braves. We're going with the Houston Astros team total over 3.5, -110, where I played it on WinBet this morning here. A few things going on in this game that are of note. Yordan Alvarez potentially going to miss this game for the Astros. I have run simulations with Alvarez out of the lineup. My median number on total runs here is still 3.9. We're getting over 3.5 at -110. If he plays, that number absolutely jumps up. But Charlie Morton, he's been fine. He had a really poor start to the season, turned it on. One thing that he's still doing, though, is he's still giving up home runs at an above-average clip for where the rest of his data is. That's not a recipe for success against this lineup. You already know the drill here. Guaranteed ninth inning team at bat. We get the full complement of outs here with the Astros. We need a 4th run for a win condition in what should be a very competitive game. Extra innings are always possible. We saw it in this game or in this series yesterday. Love the Astros here, though. Even with Alvarez out, over 3.5 runs, -110.
Educate and entertain. Educate and entertain. We tell you all the time. There's little details about certain bets that gives you an advantage. You hear what Mikey just said. You get that ninth at bat. You don't think that matters? You don't think that ninth inning at bat matters in a team total? You're damn right it does. Pay attention. Learn. That's what we're here for. All right, now, speaking of learning, this man teaches us every single Sunday morning to not look left, to not look right, but look right between the eyes. Micah Roberts, my main man, you're up.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. The Giants, okay, they got a 4-game losing streak. They got Jeff Junis up his last 3 starts, 6.92 ERA. And you got the Rockies going for their sweep here. And the Rockies have been really good at home. They're 34-30. That's pretty good if you consider what they've done on the road this season. But at home, they're averaging 5.7 runs. They're hitting 285, smacking the ball. They've got the 3 super hot hitters going right now. And then you got Kyle Freeland. Now, Kyle Freeland, he's been okay this year. His ERA is a little bit up there, but 7-5 at home. The team is behind them. He's plus 675 units, leads the team as far as the pitching staff goes. And this is a guy that grew up in Denver. He's pitched in the altitude. It doesn't bother him. He pitched in high school, junior high school, little league. This is his home. He got drafted by the Rockies probably because of that, because no pitcher has really ever been comfortable. Maybe Jimenez a few years ago, but I think he gets the win today. And one other thing here, he's 9-2 against the Giants over his career. In May, he beat Logan Webb. So I think the Rockies are the play today.
I think the Rockies are the play today as well. Micah, thank you very much. Now, in the chat, Daniel Greer says, in the Bucket St. Jude deal, can he include a framed picture to be sent to him for a background? Can you imagine just like one picture of Buckets over his right shoulder on that stupid wall? Oh, my goodness. All right, Buckets, I don't know why I gave you the maestro spot today, but I have. So that means it's time to cash with the coach. I had a little 4-way parlay yesterday and hit a straight play with Jordan Spieth. We're going to go 2 plays today. Somebody in the chat said, Coach, going to be back on that PGA Tour call. I am humbled. I am thrilled that I'll be on the main feed. I will be the top dog, so to speak, for PGA Tour Live at the Tour Championship this coming week. So I have wheels up tomorrow. It'll be our last travel week for the PGA Tour this year, because we got to focus on football. But today, 2 round 4s that I absolutely love. Patrick Cantlay. I told somebody on Twitter who asked me on Thursday, he said, how do you feel about Patrick Cantlay moving forward? I said, when he gets to this event, he gets stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. And look what's happened. 68, 68, 65, even with 3 missed putts inside of 5 feet. Cantlay is the play. He will win today. Play number 2. Let's go down the board just a little bit. Aaron Wise. People sleep on this cat. He is really, really good. 69, 68, 67. As the course is getting harder, he is getting better. So let's go Aaron Wise plus 115 over Joaquin Neiman. So I'm not sure. I'm not a math major, but that's 2 plus money plays, which we love plus money plays here at the Early Edge. Now, for those of you who watch every single day, you know how important the last spot on the show is. For those of you who are new, the last spot on the show is very important. So, Buckets, I know you've been moving. I know you forgot to schedule your moving truck, so you had to have your couches all over the place. However, with all that being said, you have been crushing it day after day after day. So, sir, today, with the maestro hovering above you, the floor is yours.
That's such a good intro. Well, we are going to stay laser focused here, Coach. I might have to get a picture of Maestro over my right-hand shoulder on the wall just to make sure I've got that, spirit with me while I'm moving forward on these. But we are going to start here this morning with the German Bundesliga. This first game starts at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, so you have just over an hour to get this pick in. We're going VfL Bochum versus our boys Bayern Munich here. Over 1.5 goals in the first half at minus 140. This is one of the more volatile matchups you'll see in all of German soccer here. Bayern Munich has been on an absolute tear, and over their first 2 games have 7 first-half goals. Bochum is one of the only teams in Bundesliga that know how to kind of get Bayern going and tick them off a little bit. So I'm expecting a ton of goals in this matchup here. Going into our second pick, we're going to France's top flight of soccer. We've got Leel Osc versus PSG. A simple both teams to score bet here at -140. PSG is, well, PSG. They're a team that's going to score 5 goals a game no matter what. But they've got that kind of Bayern mentality where they're just not going to play defense. They don't win by defending. They win by scoring again and again and again. Both teams to score here is great value. Then in our last pick, we're going to the Croatian top flight. It's called Croatia HNL at 3 p.m. this afternoon. We've got HNK Hajjuk Split versus Lokomotiva Zagreb. We're taking both teams to score here again at -1. I know I pronounced that one right. I practiced this morning. Both teams to score here once more at -120. Hajjuk Split is the much better team here, but they've also had to do Champions League and Europa League qualifiers for the past 3 months now. They are exhausted, they are tired, and they're a little bit injury-ridden now. We're expecting Zagreb to get potentially a couple of goals here, so both teams to score, looking great at -120 here.
This is such an obscure game that my book would only let me bet like a certain amount. Like they won't even take like full bets on this Croatia stuff. Real quick in the chat, Carlos says Coach needs an intro like that. AB, do you mind hitting mine, please? Could you hit mine, please? Oh, he's not. We're working. We're working. That's how you do it. We're not out chugging beers on the golf course. We're putting in work. Grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Here is the recap, courtesy of AB on the 1s and the 2s. And look at this. It looks absolutely glorious. M squared, Astros team total over 3.5. You get that extra at bat. We like that a lot. Micah, he's riding the Rockies today. Money line +115. My man Buckets, he's on Bayern Munich first half over 1.5 -140. Then in France, Liga 1, Lille PSG. Both teams to score -140. And then in Croatia, Hajjuk Split, Lokomotiva Zagreb. Both teams to score. Then if you're going to cash with me, you're going to do it these two plays. Patrick Cantlay +100 over Xander. Cantlay takes a one-shot lead over Xander and the rest of the field into the final round today. And then Aaron Wise, very low-key savage this year. We'll take him +115 over Joaquin Neiman. Then Martin W. Green still has a play that he gave out on Friday. Little parlay today. Napoli, PSG, put it together, a little -104. And then from SportsLine itself, we're going to take the Eagles -2. -110. AB, show your face. Where's that big old fat smile that you're going to show off this morning. You're in the studio.
Yeah, they should have never taught me how to work the producer's machines back there because it's working for us, but there's a good chance it doesn't work for anyone else after this, which is fine by me. So
we had a good question in the chat. Dylan said, AB making everyone an intro. Who's going to make his?
See, you know what? It's funny because it's kind of like, and Coach, I'm going to throw it back to you. It's kind of like the wrestling days to where you could show up with a T-shirt of someone else, right? Another wrestler, but you can never wear your own, right? So I can't create my own. Somebody else is going to have to do it.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. I'll get on it.
Yep.
I make everything else happen. I'll get on it. All right. So I just said a minute ago that the sports books are going to make the price so high for both teams to score in the MLS that we're not even going to be able to bet it. Yeah. Now, today's not that day, but eventually they're going to get there because you are hammering this league right now.
Yeah, hammering them. And I'll tell you what, we got 4 plays. We'll go through it, and I'll explain, Coach, exactly what you're saying because you're right. First, we're going to go Charlotte, Orlando, both teams to score -145. Kansas City, Portland, both teams to score -170. Nashville, Dallas, both teams to score -130. Chicago, New York City, both teams to score -165. Those are all straight plays, not a parlay. Now, Coach, what you're saying is exactly right because we're already seeing it with the books. The books are crazy different numbers all across the board. They don't know what to do with it because we found something that they weren't paying attention to, and we've been hammering them on it, and we're going to continue to do it. But you're right. It's going to come to an end, and they're starting to juice these things now, right? So pay attention to that for sure. Shop your books around. Make sure to do that. Also, 2 quick things. One, I understand and know why Mike was having technical issues this morning. I passed by his condo coming to the office. They're shooting a music video out in front of it. All right. So real quick, I want to give a shout out to the Metro Nashville Police Department because you couldn't move. You couldn't go anywhere. All right. You saw it on Twitter right before the show. I put the picture up. I told the officer, I said, hey, they're shooting a video. He goes, yeah. I said, I'm just going to let you know that I'm going through this because this show is going on. He just looked at me and he said, I got you. We'll move you around. So big shout out to them. Thank you on that. And then number 2, as Mike had mentioned earlier, the Baltimore Ravens, they play today in Arizona. They've won 21 straight preseason games. We'll see if they go to 22.
I just have this image in my head right now of Mikey out front as an extra in the music video, just going.
Yeah.
That
It shows,
would be
well,
so
I'll tell you this,
great.
it shows you how cool that Mikey's place is because it's so nice that legit, he's 1 block away from our office. Our office is legitimately the headquarters of country music, and they don't come here. They go in front of Mike's place. It shows you how legit that it is. Hey, great show.
Oh, it's one of the nicest buildings I've ever been a part of. I mean, if I was single with no kids, I would live in Mikey's building. I mean, it is first class. And Buckus, we can help you with your dating life in his building. There's no doubt about it. So we'll talk about that later. All right, we have wasted enough time today. What a fun show. What a fun show. Sunday brunch. We love Sunday brunch. All right, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, I love them all. Micah, M Square, Buckets, AB on the 1s and the 2s. I am the coach. We're here every single day. Do not forget, NFC East in your feed today at 3 p.m. Eastern time. College football best bets with Emery Hunt and myself, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Turn on those notifications. Don't miss 1 second of this content. All right? I am the coach, and this is The Early Edge. Good luck.